Hey guys, Vince from Two Gamers One Screen, and today I'm playing Gotham City Impostors, which I find is just an incredible game to take a break from Call of Duty and Battlefield and all that. And it's just quirky and it's just fun to play. And like, you don't get frustrated as much as you do when you're playing COD. I mean, of course you get a little frustrated because it's a first-person shooter, but it doesn't drive you to the point where you just want to rage quit every single game where you just get like 5 deaths in a row and whatnot. This game is quite easy to bounce back in, but I'm not going to be talking about it. That was my basic little synopsis of it. But what I want to talk about today is a time back in grade 3 when me and Nikki first met, and basically I told the greatest lie I've ever told in my entire life. And this is going to seem like a dark lie to a lot of you, but to me it was just well thought out, and I was proud of myself because my family still talks about it to this day. And I don't know how old you'd be in grade 3, sorry, like 8 maybe. So 10 years later, this lie is still being talked about in my family. So it started off by me not doing my homework, as any young kid does, unless you're a nerd, which I was not. So anyways, I didn't do my homework for like a good week straight, and so my teacher wanted to have a conference with my parents, and she gave me homework the night that I had to go talk to my parents about it. So I obviously didn't talk to my parents, because who wants to get in trouble when you're in grade 3? No one does. So I just went home. I didn't even do the homework, which I don't know what was going through my mind. I didn't do the work, and then my teacher the next day asked me if I talked to my parents. I said, yeah, of course I did. And then she asked me if I did the homework, and I said, no miss, sorry I didn't. And then she asked me why. This is where the lie comes in. I told her that my parents were in the hospital because my dad had a drinking problem, in which he does not, and my mom had a smoking problem. So I was stuck at the hospital all night bringing them water and taking care of them. And my teacher felt so bad, and she just felt like a complete bitch for giving me all this homework and giving me all this grief. So it worked for like a week straight. And she kept believing, she kept asking me how my parents were. I'm like, oh, they're good, they're good. And this worked for a week. I couldn't believe how like idiotic a teacher could be into believing this, especially coming from a 10-year-old kid who just doesn't do his work. But so then one day, I think it was actually a Halloween, and me and my sister, we went to the same school, but she's 5 years older than me. So the thing was that she came down probably during lunchtime to come check up on the kids, and then my teacher, knowing she was my sister, asked her about my parents. So she was like, oh, how are your parents? Anyways, I just meaning to ask you. She's like, oh, my parents are fine, why do you ask? My teacher looked at me, and she was like, oh, because your brother said that they were in the hospital. So my sister and my teacher just had this whole conversation outside of the door, and I knew I was in shit that moment. As soon as my sister came into the room, I'm like, why her? Out of all the supervisors, her. I was so upset, and then my teacher called me outside, and she was like, oh, so I heard you just haven't been doing your homework. And that's when I got caught. But the thing was about this whole lie is that it went on for a week. I mean, I've never had a lie go on for that long. And that's one of my greatest lies I've ever told. Granted, there's been many. And I'm fine with that being a great lie. I mean, as a 10-year-old kid, you pull off a lie like that, you're a fucking legend. Just a legend in my books, and it's fucking amazing knowing that she believed it for so long. But anyways, the punishment for lying was having a parent-teacher interview. My parents got mad at me, and after the parent-teacher interview, she gave me 6,000 lines, in which you guys would have thought that I would have learned by not doing my homework, but none of those lines were done, and she always tried keeping me in for recess, but that never happened, because I would have just been like all fucking attitudey and whatnot to her. So I always got to go for recess. It's like nothing happened. So that's the story of my greatest lie. And I have a lot more, as I said. So if you guys want to hear about them, just comment and let me know. But thanks guys for watching. This is Vince from Two Gamers One Screen, signing out.